Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Tell me I'm back. I don't know if I'm back yet. All right, I'm back. This is going to be a very short thing because I got cut off. My power flickered on and off for a second, which was concerning because I thought my computer died, but it didn't. What was I saying? I think I was in the middle of doing this hand motion. Let's wrap things up. And what I was saying was that episode 1 was obviously the most exciting because it was me entering into the most anticipated Star Wars thing since I think the prequels. Like I remember being extremely excited for episode 1. I was very young. I was like 10 or 11, I think, when that came out. And this was something that I have been waiting for. When they announced all of the Star Wars story, Star Wars adjacent tales or whatever they were going to do. They did Rogue One and Han Solo, which I liked both of them. But the one that they were always floating was Obi Wan, and it was always the one that I was most excited for. And I think that most people who grew up with the prequels were excited for. Like, not a lot of us who saw all the prequels at the appropriate age were like, I want to see the story of the people who stole the Death Star plans. Like, I thought it was a cool idea, and I liked the movie. I didn't give a fuck about a Han Solo movie, but I liked the movie. I thought it was fun and cool. But this is the one that I've been waiting for, and I always thought it was going to be a movie. And the fact that it's a show is way better to me, because now instead of having to just deal with Obi Wan for 2 hours in terms of like a storytelling device, they have the opportunity, and I would say like a great opportunity, to tell it over 6 to 10 hours or however long the series is going to be. And so far, so good to me, man. I don't care about any of the things that people are saying that they don't like. If they're like, Obi-Wan's not acting like he should, I'm like, yeah, he's gone through a lot of trauma. He's been dealing with PTSD in the fucking middle of a desert planet for a long time, focused 100% of his energy on making sure a child doesn't die that he's not even allowed to interact with. And his uncle is being a dick to him, and he's still getting like fucked around, and he's like having to slice giant pieces of meat off of a manta ray in the middle of the desert. Like, all of that stuff is cool. And this episode, to me, was kind of it was like the moment where Obi-Wan is now having to realize that he's not the Obi-Wan that he thought he was, right? Like, the first episode is him looking at or looking after Luke from afar and realizing that I have to stay here until he's ready to be trained. And then the second episode is him realizing, oh, maybe I do need to get back to help the other one who can also be trained. And then this one is him being like, holy shit, maybe I need to brush up on my own training because I am not as sharp as I used to be, which is cool. I did like Vader not killing him. I mean, obviously we knew that Vader wasn't going to kill him, but it did feel like they, the way that they sort of framed it literally and narratively, in terms of like the camera framing and the amount of time they kind of like held on Vader while Obi-Wan was getting away, made me feel like, oh, like Vader could have just done what he did with put all the fire out again and like gone over and be like, fuck it, let's kill Obi-Wan right now. But he didn't. And I think it was, meant to sort of reflect on that moment on Mustafar where Obi-Wan was like, I could push him into the lava and it would be done with, but he doesn't. And little did he know he probably should have. But in this case, I think it's Anakin still kind of like showing that he is in there somewhere. And, if you follow Star Wars, which I assume a bunch of you do, that that's sort of Darth Vader's deal, is that he is super duper evil, as you saw as he went through that town and essentially was like pulling people out of their homes and torturing / killing them in order to pull out Obi-Wan, which I think he knew was there. Uh, but when it came down to killing something that he loves, it's a little bit more difficult. And he stopped himself. He probably doesn't even know why. You could sit down and analyze why did Vader not kill Obi-Wan all you want, but I think at the end of the day, I think even Vader himself doesn't have a reason as to why he didn't just kill Obi-Wan. He did it for illogical reasons. That's what I think anyway. So I jumped back on here because I got cut off because of a short power outage in my apartment, but I just wanted to kind of like sign off with actual thoughts on the show. I'm excited to see where it goes. I did like that Leia wasn't being like a dumb like Candy from Strangers kid at the end. She sees the corpse and runs, and then Reva runs after her into like the alcove or whatever. Good. I like that they've set up that Leia is smart, and that they're not going to really betray that. I'm wondering what's going to happen next, because at this point it's like, Obi-Wan's injured severely, and I like that big robot. I wonder if he's going to have anything more to say or do. I'm not sure what the actor's name is. The woman from Game of Thrones, one of the Sand Snakes. She was dressed as the Imperial officer. She seems like she's got a lot on the line, or at least she did, and now she's putting herself fully forward to support the rebellion. Anyway, it's good, man. It's good. And again, it's like Obi-Wan and Ewan McGregor back in action. Love it. So I will say that I know I was asked, who someone's asking me to join the Zoom call. I'm about to end the Zoom call, but I'm happy to talk to you afterwards. Just because I wanted to wrap this up so we can edit it in afterwards on my thoughts, but I appreciate your enthusiasm, brother. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm excited to do the next episode. But I hope you guys all liked it as much as I did, because I have been liking them more and more each week. And by each week, I mean last week and this week, but I hope that next week I like it even more. And for me and Steven, hey, did you see this one? Star Wars. Just me. All right. Bye-bye. Bing.